Hello boating people, yet again. I'm out here in the mud for you wonderful people. It's a bit of a post-wet time, and today we're out checking out on trees. Let's get an arty shot for you. How's that? It's a bit misty today, but it's slowly clearing. I'm hoping to get the drone out to do a few shots of the trees. Basically, with the weather and the way it's going generally with the climate, it's a bit of a concern, I think, for a lot of boaters. With the ground getting so damp and banks like this is near Bradford and Avon, and it's a bit of a carnage area with the trees. I know in the last 2 weeks 3 trees have come down across the canal, and yeah, I'll show you an example. There's one trunk come down there. That one I think narrowly missed a boat. Yeah, as you can see there, that's the roots. The whole system of the roots for the tree has come down. It's not very clear, that one, but we'll see how we go with that. And yes, they do go quite tall around here. It's the whole thing of, should the trees be there? Because originally it was a situation of canals were built and it was all hedgerows. So you wonder what's happening. Down this side the bank drops away from the canal, so obviously it's not really much of a problem. But yeah, so I'm just doing a little survey, I suppose, showing you what's going on with it all. Here's a good view of down the bankside drop where the trees have grown. So originally it was all hedgerows, but then the canals went into disuse, so all the trees took over. You can see how close that is to the edge. That one's half fallen. So the trees have got a bit out of order. With all the trees overgrowing, it doesn't seem like they've been managed that well. But you've got this one here, and yeah, it's leaning a little bit, but full of the ivy has grown over it. Let's get a close up of that. And as I say, I'm trying to get the drone up later. It seems to have cleared now, which is quite good. So yeah, let's have a carry on with the walk. Here's another case of the ivy overtaking the tree, which when the ground's wet, obviously, and the wind picks up, it can grab it at winter time. So these are angling away from the canal, but obviously you get the young ones and they're literally wanting to fall into the canal. Yeah, there's another one. Let's come down. Oh, that was bad zooming, wasn't it? There you go. Okay, that's just a small one. But yeah, when the bank's like this, it's a big hillside, and you do hear them coming down. So we'll go for a little further walk and see what we can see. Now, something I've mentioned in the past is the privacy aspect of filming along the canal. Now, most boaters I come across have no problem with even filming their boats, which is great. I mean, it's part of the thing of being on the canal. It's a tourist walk. You have to expect people taking photographs and so on. But it's also, you do have to be aware that it's people's homes. And so sticking your camera right up against someone's window or pointing it in, zooming in, is not very good, because that does bring in the privacy issues. And boaters should be aware that yes, it's your private personal space with an expectation of privacy. So yeah, we have to consider that. But generally, yeah, it's all a tourist thing. Oh, here's another ivy covered tree. And over here, see, this is how large they can get. And it doesn't take much wind or bad weather to actually bring them down. So yeah. So, I mean, we all love trees, but it is the thing of, yeah, when you've got solar panels, you need to be in an area where the sun can get through on the canal. It's part of the deal with it. So these trees that effectively shouldn't be here, in my opinion, should be managed to a degree. We all love trees. I love trees, but it seems to be getting a bit out of control. So yeah, we're coming up to the point where the last tree came down, which did actually strike a boat, went straight across it. Luckily, the tree itself was quite dry and brittle, so it actually snapped when it hit the boat rather than damaging and sinking the boat. But you can see, yeah, that's quite a big stump, and that's after it's been cleared up. All this is still here, so I'd say it's equivalent to this tree here. And that coming down on your boat is not very nice. So all along here, loads of wood. Actually got a bit of a clearing here, but that's where it's come from over there. Now that's a fair size to whack on your boat. So apparently there wasn't too much damage done to the boat, but it's still quite a shock. At 3 o'clock in the morning, and it wasn't a great wind. Oh, can I get an eye shot? Oh yes, there we go. How's that? How's that looking? I mean, this is it. The trees look great, but there is a certain amount of management that needs to happen, I believe. Now, all these ones, all these clumps here, it's 1, 2, 3 quite large trees, all leaning over towards the canal. Like my sun effect blazing there. So I'm going to think about getting the drone up now and see what it looks like from the air.
Home point updated. Take off. Home point updated.
All right. Well, it puts quite an angle on how much the trees are growing here. All right. That's a bit of a massive one, isn't it? I'll just show you the views here. Go up a bit more. It was quite misty earlier today. Okay, so I'm going to walk down there to a well-known place on the canal with a notorious name, but I'll explain that later. We'll get some drone footage up there. Okay. Someone out on the river there, having a little canoe run. No one's coming around.
Landing.
Okay, so here's another example a bit further up of how the trees are here. Definitely all leaning to the canal. Now, from the experience of the last few weeks, these trees will fall down into the canal. They can't do anything else but. And so it only takes the ground to be soaked, and all the rain from the top of the hill there runs down and soaks it even more. And the root structure holds together, but the ground itself doesn't. So unfortunately, they come down. And you can see a lot of boats tend not to actually moor under, which means we lose the mooring spots. I mean, this one here, that's leaning right over. And it's not in there that much. So, yeah. Now I need some comments from you guys. Yeah, more comments. Let's get a discussion going. And what do we want to do about this? Now, as far as solar panels go, yes, we need the sunlight. The trees aren't meant to be here, so how about the idea of 4 trees get cut down, 1 left. 4 trees, which means you end up with a bit of a gap then that sun can come through. And at winter time, this area, yeah, it's the coldest area I've been on the canal. The heat doesn't get to your boat. So leave some comments and let us know what you all think. Look at that one there. That's ridiculous, actually. Definitely on the edge. Now, that one, that tree there, that's got a big head on it. It's on the edge. This side of the earth has actually crumbled away. You can see there, that's definitely going to come down. Not a lot holding it. Nope. And another one. Look at the angle of that. It's only a small one, but that will reach right across the canal. Sad news was that the boat delivery people, Sarah and Lee, actually have stopped doing their deliveries for whatever reason. So this area is not getting too much service for boaters that can't move their boat during winter time. But there is the wharf, I believe. Bradford and Avon Wharf are sending the boats out to help people and supplying the goods that they need. So good on them for doing that. Alright, how you doing? Look at that, proper working boat. There you go, advert for them. So try and encourage them, because they're not doing many runs, but they're doing what they can. So it's all really good. Okay, there we go. Come on, leave some comments, please. Subscribe and share. I need to grow this channel. It's for the boating community, and just trying to show things that are around on the canal, good and bad.